Hi everyone, today's video is going to be an update on my 8 by Easter rolling project pan roulette. So I chose 8 items and they're all Disney Pixar themed because Disney Pixar has a thing that they call Easter eggs where they put like little portions of one video into another. Like the Pizza Planet truck is in almost every single one of their movies. Or like one of the like really famous, very obvious ones is in the dentist office and Finding Nemo. Like at one point they're looking over at like a toy chest and Buzz Lightyear's on the ground. So things like that. So they kind of like incorporate everything in together. So they call it Easter eggs. So I wanted to do a like a Pixar themed pan because of that. So I chose 8 items. This pan, I will go ahead and like forewarn you, this is the pan that told me I was doing too many pans. I realized that I chose not very good items as far as I already have a bunch of items like this I'm already working on. And I also realized that I just had too much. So we're just going to talk about it and let's get into it. So the first item is for the movie The Incredibles. And for that, I chose the Kat Von D Me Vida Loca Remix palette because I think it's incredible. I have done a full review of this palette and I've also done 2 different eye looks. I've done a like an orange warm eye for Thanksgiving, like when I first got it. It's not the best quality, I'll be honest, but you know, I don't think any of my videos are the best quality here on YouTube, but that's okay. I do what I do. And I've also done a blue, like, halo eye that I really like. So, oh, itch. Look, you see how thick this stupid foundation is? You can see where I just itched. I don't like this foundation. Oh my goodness. That's embarrassing. I don't like this foundation. I'm so close to use, where is it? Look, y'all. I'm so close. That will not be something that gets cut open. Sorry, I'm not doing it. Anyway, so I chose this shade, Synth, which is my favorite shade in this palette. And it is a great shade. It's a matte blue, and I do have it in my crease today. This palette is valued at $59, at least that's how much it sold for when it first came out. And last time it weighed 464 grams, and now it says it weighs 461, which I'm sure is a mistake. One of them was, because you can see there is a teeny weeny dip, but really not that much. Not that much at all. And I've got, my goal is to hit pan on it, and I've still got a long way to go. And one of the reasons why I haven't gotten a lot of use out of this item is because I'm also, in my 14 by Valentine's Day, panning this item. Now this one's glittery versus matte, but they're very similar shades. I don't know why I chose to do that. So, but I have gotten some good progress on this guy, as you can see. So, you know, we'll just have to, once that pan's over, this Synth will probably get more use. That pan is ending this month. And after that pan is finished, it ends on Valentine's Day, I'll be panning less stuff. So hopefully I'll be able to focus on this more. However, I will be honest, I am starting another project pan, but it's only going to have 8 items, and I'll start like 11 days later. So it'll be a little bit, there'll be some leeway. Next, we have Finding Nemo, and for that, I chose the Lorac California Dreaming palette. Now, I have done a full review of this palette, and if you watch that review, then you know this is not my favorite palette. I bought it because of the theme, because of the names. This is called Starfish, and in case you don't know, I'm a marine biologist, and I study sea stars. That's a sea star. I wear it every day. So, I really, it's a big thing, so I decided to get this palette. I don't love it, and I'm trying to hit pan on the shade Seaside. And in a swatch, it looks really nice. How much are, oh, these are like 0.8 grams a piece. So, in a swatch, there you go. You can see it's just not that pigmented. And I do have it like on this outer corner. And it almost, and in the crease, I have the black shade Deadbeat from my weekly product pan. I'll link that video below in case you want to see it. It's something new I just started. So that's a black, and this is a dark green, and you can't tell the difference. So I don't love this still, but I'm trying to hit pan on it. This palette is $30, and it went from 122 to 121. The only, like, the best shade in this palette by far is this kitty cat shade, but everything else is not so great. Next, we have Finding Dory, and for that, I have the Clinique Chubby Stick. Now, again, I put this in here, and I knew that there was a ton of product in here. And there's a ton. And I'm already panning another cream highlight as well. So, just not a good idea. But you can see I have made some progress. I went from there to there. And just so you know, the bottom of the line is where the item actually is. So, you know. This is a nice cream highlight. I do have it on today, but I did set it with a powder highlight. That's what I do every day. It's a really pretty, like, metallic pink shade. I will be totally honest. I think I've said this before. I don't think cream products do that much for me. I just don't. I wouldn't purchase any of them. It did, I think when it started, it had like this much product in it, and now it's got that much. So I definitely have made some use out of it. I don't think I'm going to finish it up, but I'm working on it. Next, we have Brave, and for Brave, I chose the Revlon Age Defying Powder. You can see, I always try to mark it, but it never works right, so I just stopped doing that. That's why I measure. Oh, I didn't tell you. This guy went from 31 grams to 30, so it lost a gram. So this powder is a nice powder. I've actually done a full review of it, talking about how it was one of my favorite powders. And all these videos will be linked below. And you can see, like, it does have a really nice dip. My goal is to completely use it up. But I'm also panning 2 other powders. And one powder, my Ofra powder, this guy I'm almost finished with, and it looks best with the foundation I'm using. So I'm kind of concentrating more on that, which means this is getting slightly neglected. But once that powder's finished, I'll be between these, you know, this one and another one. So again, I've just been panning too much and not being smart about what I chose. So I'm trying to be better about that. By next time, I'm not going to set a goal because I don't know how much I'll use it because I've still got those other things. So inside out, I have the Touch and Soul No Poreblem primer, and you can see I haven't been marking it. I don't know why, but I'm right here. This is a nice primer. It's like a silicone primer. It says it hides pores and wrinkles. I think it's okay. But I'm also panning my MAC Strobe Cream. And my MAC Strobe Cream, again, just happens to work better with the foundation I'm panning. But this guy, I'm down to like here. So maybe I'll finish it this month and then I can focus on this. I don't really know. Just a little frustrating things like that. Again, I'm sorry to be so negative, but I just feel like I didn't choose good items for this pan. But I'm still working on it, and we're going to see what happens. And this pan is the last one. So, like, I don't think this is going to happen. But even if I don't finish this pan, this is for my 17 by St. Pat's. And that ends on the 17th of St. Patrick's Day, obviously. And this one ends the 1st of April. So that would still give me a couple of weeks to use it up. So I do think this will be gone. But I don't know how much use it'll have between now and the next update. So, these last 3 I've gotten some use out of. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette, and it was brand new when I started it, and I put in the shade Totally Fetch, and this is for Toy Story 3. And you can see it does have some usage. It doesn't have like a dip, I wouldn't say, but I have been using this. The shade does not feel soft. Like in the pan, it feels kind of dry. It is obvious, you probably would have guessed, it's what's all over my lid today. And I've been using it a lot. I love a hot pink shadow. I just do. And this pink pairs really nicely with my Lorac Beauty and the Beast palette, which is my Pan That palette for this year. So I have used it. I don't know how much of a dip you could see, but it's been used. This palette is $49, and it weighs 204 grams, as it did last time. So that is that. And then for Cars 3, I have the Sephora Ultra Shine Lip Gel and the shade 04 Perfect Nude, and I have been using this quite a bit. This is valued at $10.91. This one's kind of weird because it started at 8 grams, went up to 10 grams, and now it's at 9 grams. I do have this on my lips today, as you probably guessed. If you like do the thing where you can see there is a little bit of space in there, but there's still a lot of product for sure. I really like this wand. It's just really easy to like apply your lip product. And it's like a peachy nude for sure. I have on a pink lipstick under it. But there's that. So yeah. Working on this. I do think I'll get some more use out of it. I don't think it'll be finished before the next time. But I do really like it, so there you go. And last but not least, we have for Wally this Sorme BioNatural Blush and Bronzer. I have used this every day for the last month. Every single day. I use it to kind of like warm up the perimeter. I use it as a contour. I use it to sculpt my nose. And y'all, there's like not even really a dip. Like maybe the teeny weeniest dip. You can tell the packaging broke. My goal is to hit pan on this guy. I don't know. It's weird too because like when you use it, it's like a weird shade, but it does work. It's like a warm, but it's almost like greeny. Do you see that? But when you use it, like I'll just show you, if you put a brush in it, it is pretty powdery. Maybe you can see that. Like, there is like a decent amount of powder kick up. But even then, there's still just not a lot of use out of it. So we'll see. Maybe I'll hit pan for the next time. This really is the only bronzer I've been using. I focus on my Project Pan items, in case you're new here, during the weekdays, and on the weekends I wear whatever I want. Just so I'm not focusing too much on these guys and neglecting the rest of my collection, because I have a lot of bronzers. But we'll see what happens with this guy, but I'm hoping I can hit pan on that. So that is my second update. I'm halfway through this Project Pan, and I haven't hit goal on any of them, which isn't great. Again, I'm not trying to be negative. I never ever want you to think that I'm being negative in my videos, because that is never my intention. But it just so happens that I didn't make good choices with this Project Pan. So by next time, I doubt I'll have anything empty, unless I have this empty, but I still don't think that'll happen, if we're just being honest, because I've got my MAC strobe cream. But I'll be working on these items. I will, you know, even as I always say, because I don't want you to be like discouraged, I'm just getting this off. Even if I end up not using any of these items, at least I'm using them every single update, which is 4 times. And I know that sounds like a cop-out, but using these items 4 times is a lot more than I would use it if they're not in a Project Pan. I can honestly say this powder, even though it's one of my favorites, before it was in a pan, I hadn't used it in probably a year. You know, so there's definitely, and same with this Clinique Chubby Stick. I like it, but I never use it. So there's just, you know, that's why I pan, is to focus on items and get a little bit of use out of them. We'll just see what happens. So any video that I mentioned will be linked down below, as well as everything that I have on my face if you're interested in that, and all of the products that have been in this, which, you know, I haven't rolled anything out because I haven't hit goal on anything, but everything's listed down below. I try to make my description box have a lot of information, so hopefully that's helpful for you. And as always, please leave any questions, requests, suggestions, comments down below. Talking to y'all is legitimately one of my favorite things. That's why I do YouTube. It's so much fun. So leave anything that you want to hear or see down below. And if you want to see a video, like if there's something that you were like, ooh, I'd really like to see you do this, let me know that as well, because I want to make videos you want to see. And with that, I'll just see y'all real soon. Bye.